Good?
Yeah.
Is it recording? Okay.
Hello, my name is Natsir. I'm 49 years old and I'm from Tanah Toraja, South Sulawesi, Indonesia. Toraja is actually one of the most visited places in Indonesia. I live in a small village called Rembon, where I started a project in 2008. The aim of this project actually is to empower the community through education. So a lot of questions asked by those who know that I'm doing something like this here. They asked me why I wanted to do this, why I wanted to run this school, why I wanted to develop organic farms. Learning from my childhood, when I was a child, life was tough. We didn't have enough to eat, and also because I was born into a poor family. But again, that's I learned a lot from being poor. Is is not always bad. I learned a lot from this kind of condition. It teaches me how to appreciate small things around. It teaches me how to learn to share with those who really need help. So the children who are studying here in the school, they don't pay anything. It is totally free. Yeah, because when I wanted to study English, it was not easy for me. I had to leave the school for 3 weeks, trying to find work somewhere, and that way I could earn a little money to pay for my English class in town. At the time, I was still in high school. I came to my parents and I asked them if I could study English. But then I was told to choose only one, whether to continue my high school or to learn English. And because I really wanted to be able to speak English, but no choice given from my parents. I don't blame my parents. I understand their conditions. And so I decided, without telling my parents, then I left the school for 3 weeks, finding a job. And then from my house to the town where I learned English, it was 10 kilometers. So I walked to town 3 or 4 times a week and walk home. And also I walked to school in the morning. My school was about 8 kilometers from here, and walk home. Quite often I didn't have lunch when I arrived home, because when I arrived home my mom was still working in the garden trying to find some cassava or sweet potato for us. So I just drank water and walked right to Makale. A lot of people at the time said that I was doing a stupid thing, that hey Natsir, they say, hey Natsir, why do you want to learn this language? Who do you want to talk to? Why don't you just stay home and help your mom? Your mom is a single parent. But I said, I just say something in this language. And because when I was a child, I really wanted to go to university. Unfortunately, the condition of my parents couldn't support, and I didn't want to force my parents to do something that I feel that they cannot afford. So yeah, with English, I thought at the time that I could, hopefully I could do something with this. And I was working very hard. I was hungry, I was thirsty, but with this goal that I want to know something. Yeah, maybe I can understand when people say that I was doing a stupid thing at that time, because they didn't understand why I wanted to do that. And then when I tried to explain to them why I wanted to do that, then they would never understand. So again, I don't want to blame people. People sometimes criticize you because they don't know what you are doing and why you want to do something. But it is you who knows this, and I know that it will take a while to convince people about what you are doing. Because now people keep criticizing, but they don't do anything. So if everyone criticizes each other, who will do something? Okay. So, and from this experience, I tried to accumulate. And then after working 11 years in town, setting up a small English class, where I saved little by little, then I said to my wife, we have to go home and do something in the village. And then my wife asked what I wanted to do, and I said I wanted to set up a school for the children in the village. I know that a lot of children in the village want to learn English, also not only English but different skills which will enable them to have a better life and future. But then I understand the conditions of their parents. They are still struggling for life. So if we could do something for them, and then why wait? Just do it, because you will never know. Yeah, because sometimes people say that let's wait until we have everything, and then you will never know what you still need if you don't decide to start something. And so when I arrived here, I built a school. People thought at the time that I was going to build a house. And then those who knew that I was going to build a school said, why are you doing a stupid thing? Why don't you build a house for your family? Again, a stupid thing. But I said, well, this is what I wanted to do before we decided to return home, to go back to our village. That I wanted to build a school for the children, and this is what I can contribute to my community. I wish I could do more, but then so far this is what I could do. And then said, why don't you build a house? And I said, well, I can still live with my mom. Yeah, because if you are married, that means it's time for you to stand on your own. But I just tried to do different things, which is not common for many people. But again, everything happens for a reason.
And
Yeah.
can you share with us what you built until now?
Well, actually, so far, a lot has been achieved here. The old building over there that I built in 2008. When I wanted to renovate this, I didn't have money, but then luckily that I met a friend who introduced me to someone who could help, and now I could build these three, rooms. This is the classroom, and in the middle will become the office, and then behind is the library for the students to read books. So children from this village can come and read. And but then, because I tried to combine the school and the garden, so I like organic farm, because this is an eco school. So, and then sometimes we teach children in the garden, is because we try to bring the children close to nature, and they will learn how to grow things. I know that a lot of children now do not know where the food comes from.
Yeah.
So it's important for us to teach them where their food comes from and how it is processed. This is very important. Like now the way we make chocolate. Yeah, I teach the kids here how to make their own chocolate, because every family actually has cacao plantations, but then they don't know what to do with the cacao nibs after they harvest their cacao. So they just sell it with a very low price, and now a lot of people say, okay, I just want to cut down the cacao trees because it doesn't give a lot of, um, it doesn't help a lot in the family.
And now can you talk about the next project you're going to
Well,
you have to start?
1 second.
And as I said, a lot has been achieved since I started this project, and I'm grateful to those who have donated, who have contributed to this. Without them, without you all, nothing would have changed here. Yeah, I know that at first I felt that I was alone in the area, because a lot of people didn't agree with my decision, but I never give up in life. And then, yeah, a lot of people are interested to to support here. But I think that still a lot more who really want to know what I'm doing here. So my next project actually is to provide the clean water for the community here. So I wanted to build like a well or I wanted to build a well. So the river water later would be purified so that it can be consumed by the community, and also why the river water. This is also a kind of education to the community that if you take care of the river, you know that you drink the water from the river. If you take care of it, it gives you life. It brings life to you. But if you keep polluting the river, if you keep throwing garbage to the river, that means you will eat your own garbage. Hopefully that this will open their mind. Yeah, that keep people, some people still keep blaming or criticizing what I'm doing, but again, it's because they don't understand why I'm doing this. I love nature. I love my garden. Now my plants are suffering, and not only my plants, but the neighbors' plants are suffering. No water at all. This month, this year it hasn't rained for about 2 months, and because this is a rocky area, at first people said that no life here, there is nothing that could come from this garden, but I have proved that with the commitment and hard work, things will change. I prove it here that from this rocky area where people were very pessimistic at that time, and now they start to become optimistic that yes, we are wrong, Natsir, that at first we said there is no life indication here, but actually now that you want to provide us with drink water coming from the hill, this is something that at first we didn't believe, but you make it come true. And I said, I don't have my own money. But those who come visit me here know what I'm doing, and then I keep sharing stories about this project with them, and a lot of people are interested. Again, thank you to those who have contributed to what I'm doing here. Together, we can make this well a better place to live in, a great place for the children to study, and then to enjoy their childhood, their youth, but at the same time supporting them with their education or any skills that they need later for their future. Again, life is short, and then why do I decided to set up a free school here is because you will never know whether it is your children or my children or our friends' children who will do something for this world. Maybe it is the children who are studying here now who will teach our grandchildren in the future, or who will teach my grandchildren. You will never know. So treat in front of me, all kids should be treated equally. Do not make jealousy among the children in your village or in your town. You will never know who will do something. Maybe one child from here will become like an international motivator one day. Why not? You cannot say no, you are from a weak family, you will not be able to do anything big later in the future. Like me, people know my background, my family background. Life was tough, but I keep working hard. I always believe in myself that sometimes you have to be crazy to make a change, but it doesn't mean that I mean like my how do you say, a lot of people now have a lot, and sometimes they don't know what to do with what they have. Why don't they try to empower those who really need them, their helps? Why don't you try to support kids with their education, and that way children will learn, and then they will continue later in their generation. This is how we can create a better world.
So are you hopeful for the future? Are you positive for a better future?
Again, that I'm an optimistic person. And then I really want that this project will reach other villages in Tanah Toraja, or why not in other parts of Indonesia, and why not in other countries later. Maybe one kid or two kids from this village will go somewhere and start the same thing. This is how we can affect the other people, the other villages or other countries. Starting from a small thing. So I always say in my life that never think little of little things. Yeah.
It's good. Very good. Yeah, sorry.
You should be an